You know, it might be of little consequence, but I think that's the problem. When I think of the Tazawa versus Rusev match, I don't know where it's going. Where is it leading up to? I mean, cause Rusev versus the big guy, I could see that going somewhere. Rusev versus Tazawa, and quite frankly, what Rusev is doing at all, I don't know where that's going. I don't know where they're headed toward, and I fear that Rusev is falling into one of those WWE tropes where he does all of these squash matches and it just ultimately leads nowhere and the stuff fizzles out. Like like AOP, or I don't know, like Almost, or Titus O'Neil, or or Lars Anderson. No, not Anderson. Lars Sullivan. Him. Where it's just squash match after squash match, and it ultimately just fizzles out. It just gets old after a while. That's what I feel coming from Rusev, and I don't want that. I mean, I don't like Rusev, but ultimately it would be a waste of time if Rusev does all of these squash matches and it just ultimately fizzles out. Like he really needs like a like a big name to create a rivalry with. Like like how Bobby Lashley keeps himself relevant by going against all of these big names that just seem to love calling out Bobby Lashley and facing him. He needs those big names to keep himself sharp, to keep everything exciting for him, to keep himself relevant. You know, I think Rusev needs that one person that he can collide with to make a big explosion of a rivalry. And Tazawa's not it. It just it just feels like another feed me more, feed me more. It feels like that, like it feels like it's not gonna go anywhere, and that is a waste of my time. I don't really want that. Is you come back and everybody's expecting a flag waving and a Rusev Day and all this other stuff, and he comes back and he's meaner than ever, and he wants to break people because that's just what he likes to do. Okay, fine, but where is it going? Where is it? Where is all this built up tension going? Where is all this going? And we need somebody to contradict him. Okay, we need a big name to contradict all that he's got going on. And that's all I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe the newcomer, uh, that Lee Cobb guy or whoever. Point is, he needs a big name to keep this energy going, or otherwise it's just Lars Sullivan all over again, and that's a waste of my time, and it just gets on my nerves.